Good morning. We are up super early again today for another full day of touring. I believe we're going to some sort of Holocaust memoriam, Bethlehem, the Israel Museum, and then I believe we're ending the night at the tunnels under the Western Wall. So it's going to be another full day. So let's get started. So we've come to the first stop of our day today, which is
Yad Vashem. It's a Holocaust memorial slash museum in Jerusalem.
All right, let's go check it out.
There was no filming or pictures inside the museum, apart from here in the Hall of Names. Since the victims of the Holocaust were not given proper burials with tombstones, the Hall of Names is a place where they are commemorated, and currently holds 4.5 million names of the victims of the Holocaust and a short summary of their lives. The lower portion holds the pages of the names and the testimonies, and the upper portion showcases 600 photos of the victims. In the middle of the room, underneath the pictures, there is water that is meant to reflect the pictures above. As you exit Yad Vashem, it is the first time seeing daylight since entering the museum, which holds its exhibits underground. Here, you are met with a beautiful view of Jerusalem, which is meant to invoke feelings of optimism as you look out onto the city of Jerusalem, where Jews live and thrive today despite the Holocaust. But perhaps the most moving was the Children's Memorial. Inside it is dark, with many candles to replicate the stars, and there is a recording reading out the names, ages, and the countries of origin of the 1.5 million children who lost their lives in the Holocaust.
So we just finished the Holocaust Museum here in Jerusalem. We had a guided tour and it took about 3 hours. What did you think?
Somber.
Mm-hmm.
It's upsetting, obviously.
I've never seen Jason so quiet before in my life. He almost didn't speak at all. So how was the experience for you?
Emotional.
Yeah? Would you recommend the museum?
Yes, it's a very important thing to see.
Do you recommend the guided tour or a self-tour?
I'm not sure. What do you think?
I don't know. I feel like we skipped a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But then we also got to learn about more stuff in more depth. But I also think that the museum has very good descriptions and a lot of text to tell you what you're looking at, so that was really nice. So either way, but again, the guided tour was 3 hours long, so it is quite a chunk of the day. But there's also a lot of good information that you won't get if you're just reading the plaques, so that was good. And now I think we're gonna get lunch and then head on to our next activity.
Alright, let's go.
Alright, so we've had a little change of plans. The museum took a little bit longer than we thought it would, and it was a very draining experience. So we've decided not to go to Bethlehem or the Israeli Museum today. But instead we've gotten some free time. We're not really quite sure what we're gonna do with it, but right now we are at the King David here, which is another very well-known hotel in Jerusalem, for lunch. It's pretty cute. The patio is really nice. So we're gonna have lunch here. Then we're gonna have a few hours to just do whatever we want, and then we will meet back up with our guide for the tunnels underneath the wall later tonight. So that's the new plan, and we're gonna move everything that we were gonna do today to Saturday, since we do have a lot of time before we have to leave for a flight. So that'll be good. But right now, we're gonna enjoy some lunch. Alright, so we've enjoyed lunch, and then we spent maybe a couple hours relaxing inside the room, and now we are out again. We're going for a little bit of a walk, I think, to the Old City, which I don't really know why, because our guide is going to meet us at our hotel.
No, we're not going to the Old City.
Oh, we're not going to, okay.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
I'm not sure.
Okay, so we're just going for an aimless walk. Our guide is supposed to meet us at our hotel in about 40 minutes.
Which means he'll be there in 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised we didn't see him in the lobby when we came down. But yeah, we're supposed to meet him in about 40 minutes, and then we're gonna head to the Old City. He's gonna show us some things that he believes are of note, and then around 7:30, 7:20 we have a reservation to go into the tunnels under the Western Wall. So that is the plan for tonight, and then we will go to dinner and then to sleep because we have another early day tomorrow.
After walking through the neighborhoods of the Jewish quarter, we stopped at the Church of St. Mark, believed by some to be the first church of Christianity and also the location of the Last Supper.
We just party crashed the baptism. Unintentional.
Yeah, we could have left. We did not.
Building that was concrete in the 1930s. There's all brick.
No. Hi.
Here's what it looks like. It's there's the front.
Oh yes, okay. Yes, you and you
That's the main
and
thing.
you. I think we just wandered through some people's homes in the Jewish quarter.
Our guide then took us to the very fascinating Church of the Holy Sepulchre. Not only is this church shared with 6 different denominations of Christianity, it is also believed to be the site of the crucifixion and burial of Jesus. In the entrance of the church lies the Stone of Atoning, which is where it is believed that Jesus was laid after he was removed from the cross and where his body was prepared for burial. Upstairs you will find the rock believed to have held the cross that Jesus was crucified on, in a hole under the altar. Here, people are able to enter the altar and touch the stone through a hole in the floor.
So we're in a church now that apparently belongs to 6 different denominations, and they have separated each portion of the church for each of their denominations, and sometimes they fight, but they seem to be making it work. It's just kind of crazy. But all 6 churches have made an agreement that they won't touch the other parts church, and if they do, they will get shot or thrown in jail. So it's pretty serious. So we're here at the Western Wall, which is right behind us, which has what significance?
It was the wall of the Second Temple. It's one of the holiest sites in Judaism.
To say, I thought the Western Wall would be bigger. It's surprising to me how small it actually is, especially when they cut it down the middle for the men and the women.
Prior to the 67 war, the holy sites in Jerusalem, like this wall, like the Western Wall, were not in control of Israel. After 67, it has been under Israeli control. Prior to 67, Jews didn't have the right to pray here. Now obviously we do, and the Israeli government ensures fair access to all religious sites across the Old City.
And they're taking very good advantage of it, so I guess we're gonna go in
To the tunnels.
to the tunnels of the Western Wall now. Do you know anything about those? Or are we about to find out?
I actually don't.
Alright, so we both know absolutely nothing about the tunnels under the Western Wall, so we're gonna go find out.
Wait a minute, you can't build over here. There's a valley there. No problem. Simply fill in the entire Pyropean Valley with arches and vault, build your buildings up on top and on the Temple Mount, and there you have it, my friends, the Muslim quarter of today. Just like this. And that means, my friends, the entire time tonight, we're not going to be underground. We're simply going to be under vaults, either 2,000-year-old ones or maybe 700-year-old ones. Well, the vaults above your head, same vaults we've been under before, 2,000 years old. Now, this vault was built to solve Jerusalem's water problem. We've already mentioned it. There is a water source here. It's the Gihon Spring, and that is about 70 meters below the level of the Temple Mount. Too hard to pull the water up, so we need to find a spring about 30 meters above the level of the Temple Mount, and we do. It's actually 20 kilometers south of here, near Ephrat, or Bethlehem. And now, we're going to build an aqueduct. Yes, it's going to be quite long, but don't worry, aqueducts always were. We're going to build around all the hills between here and there, over the little valleys, and in 2 places we're actually going to have to drill through the mountains 2 tunnels. Put those tunnels together, and they're about 1 kilometer long. I'm talking about an incredible engineering project accomplished 2,100 years ago.
I thought our guide was a fascinating woman
She's
who
very
belongs on
enthusiastic.
Broadway.
Very, very enthusiastic.
This stone.
Yeah, it definitely kept it from being boring because she was extremely enthusiastic. Sometimes I didn't even understand what she was saying. She was just going on with her theatrics and I didn't understand the point sometimes. But yeah, I don't know. Some old tunnels that they excavated and under the Western Wall. Anyways, it was an interesting experience. I'm not sure I'd recommend it or ever do that again. It was okay. Hello?
I think it was oversold to us.
Yeah, I don't know.
Also, I'm sunburned.
But maybe we're just tired.
Yeah,
A little cranky.
That's true.
But I was just like kind of waiting for the tour to end and couldn't wait to get out of there a little bit. But now we are waiting for our driver to take us to dinner and then we're gonna head to bed.
I want to wear my kippah the rest of the trip.
Okay. So we just happened upon this concert here just outside the old city, which seems to be quite lit. Whoever that is, they have a lot of fans here in Jerusalem. Right, so we just finished. Right, so we just. Okay, one more time. Oh my god. Oh my god.